welcome to the Filmmaking Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Filmmaking Podcast.
In this week's episode, Claire Lamar talks to us about how to become a makeup artist.
In the week expert, Claire Lamar talks to us about how to become a makeup artist.
Claire has been working as a makeup artist in the film industry for over 20 years.
Claire's been working as a makeup artist in the film industry for over 20 years
And has lots of useful advice about how to get started.
and has lots of useful advice about how to get started.
Thanks, Ian. Well, before you can become a makeup artist on films, you have to spend about 2 years working as a makeup trainee.
Thanks, Lance. Well, before you can become a makeup artist on film, you have to spend about 2 years working as a makeup trainee.
A good place to get your first job would be on a low-budget short film.
A good place to get your first job would be on a low-budget short film.
Of course, this means that you'll be working for free,
Of course, this means you will be working for free,
but it's often worth it for the experience.
but it's often worth it for the experience.
Make sure your transport costs are covered, and
Make sure your transport costs are covered.
remember, there's very unlikely to be any catering provided, so bring plenty of food.
And remember, there is very unlikely to be any catering provided, so bring plenty of food.
If you're lucky, you might start out on a big budget film.
If you're lucky, you might start out on a big budget film
Where you'll get the most useful experience.
where you will get the most useful experience.
On productions like this, makeup and hairstyling are separate departments.
On production like this, makeup and hairstyling are separate departments,
So you won't need to bring your curling tongs.
so you won't need to bring your curling tongs.
But you're likely to get the opportunity to work with a range of age groups
But you are likely to get the opportunity to work with a range of age groups,
as well as different ethnicities.
as well as different ethnicities.
Doing makeup for special effects is highly specialized.
Doing makeup for special effects is highly specialized,
So don't expect to be offered any practical experience in that.
so don't expect to be offered any practical experience in there.
One problem with working in the makeup department is that it's a high pressure environment.
One problem with working in the makeup department is that it's a high pressure environment.
There are very few times when you'll be bored or have nothing to do.
There are very few times when you will be bored or having nothing to do.
It can be stressful, but you'll see that the top makeup artists are very professional.
It can be stressful, but you will see the top makeup artists are very professional.
Even when they're having to work with directors who are impatient or unhappy with the makeup artist's work.
Even when they are having to work with directors who are impatient or unhappy with the makeup artist's work.
Follow your supervisor's lead and try to remain calm at all times.
Follow your supervised leads and try to remain calm at all times.
I've worked with many very famous actors over the years.
I've worked with many very famous actors over the years.
At first, I found it overwhelming and could hardly speak.
At first, I found it overwhelming and could hardly speak.
I was so in awe.
It was so in awe.
That's preferable, by the way, to becoming too excited and asking for selfies.
That's preferable, by the way, to becoming too excited and asking for selfies.
Now, meeting the talent is just a normal part of the job, and to be honest, most actors don't look that special without all the makeup.
Now meeting the talent is just a normal part of the job. And to the honest, most actors don't look that special without all the makeup.
Every makeup trainee will need a makeup kit.
Every makeup trainee will need a makeup kit,
which they'll be expected to have with them at all times.
which they will be expected to have with them at all times.
Just the essentials will do for the kinds of tasks you'll be given.
Just the essentials will do for the kinds of tasks you will be given.
It won't be anything complicated.
It won't be anything complicated.
It's worth looking at what the other makeup artists.
It's worth looking at what the other makeup artists
have in their kits. But whatever you do, don't borrow anything without asking first.
have in their kits. But whatever you do, don't pouring anything without asking first.
It's very important to build your portfolio.
It's very important to build your portfolio.
You should take photos of all the work you do.
You should take photos of all the work you do.
And ideally show the different stages of makeup application if you can.
And I ideally show the different stages of makeup application if you can.
But remember, you'll need to get approval from the makeup designer in charge of the department.
But remember, you will need to get approval from the makeup designer in charge of the department.
As you'll be sending your portfolio digitally, you won't need to get photos printed.
As you will be sending your portfolio digitally, you won't need to get photo printed.
Before you hear the
Makeup trainee actually do? You need to think about whether you're the right kind of person to do the job, and
now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
So what does a makeup trainee actually do?
So what does a makeup trainee actually do?
You need to think about whether you're the right kind of person to do the job.
You need to think about whether you are the right kind of person to do the job
And whether you'd enjoy it.
and whether you'd enjoy it.
So to give you some idea, here are some of the things you might be required to do.
So to give you some idea, here are some of the things you might be required to do.
You may be asked to help prep an actor ready for makeup.
You may be asked to have prepped an actor ready for makeup.
Some actors will arrive having already cleansed and moisturized their skin.
Some actors will arrive having already cleansed and moisturized their skin.
But sometimes you'll need to step in and get this done without wasting any time.
But sometimes you will need to step in and get this done without wasting any time.
The makeup artist will get behind schedule.
Otherwise, the makeup artist will get behind schedule.
Trainees play a useful role in continuity.
Trainees play a useful role in
It will be your responsibility to take photos, log them digitally, and print out a hard copy to put in each actor's file.
It will be your responsibility to take photos, log them digitally, and bring out a hard copy to put in each actor's file.
This information needs to be kept in good order, as a reshoot can mean replicating makeup months later.
This information needs to be kept in good order, as a result can mean replicated makeup months later.
General duties mean doing anything from getting the teas and coffees to putting on a wash.
General duties means doing anything from getting the teas and coffees to putting on a wash.
Having a positive attitude and being willing to do whatever is asked of you will help you get your next film job.
Having a positive attitude and being willing to do whatever is asking of you will help you get your next film job.
You won't be asked to apply makeup to any of the principal cast.
You won't be asked to apply makeup to any other principal cast.
Only the extras.
Only the extras.
If there are dozens of extras involved, you'll need to keep up a swift pace and not spend too long on each person.
If there are dozens of extras involved, you will need to keep up a swift pace, and not spend too long on each person.
It takes quite a lot of confidence to be able to do this well.
It takes quite a lot of confidence to be able to do this well.
Okay, now about terms and conditions.
Okay, now about terms and conditions.